Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Naked CTF. In this series, I'll attempt to compromise and own a server from HackTheBox. This is my first time, I've not solved it beforehand, nor written anything about it. It's one take with no editing, so this could be 30 minutes or 3 hours. Let's go! Today we're doing business. Cool little, I'm not sure if that's a monkey or a chimp. I think it's a monkey. Mr. Monkey Business over here. We got the IP, just spawned it about a minute ago. And let's get ourselves set up and ready to go. So it's CTF HTB. The box is called Business, and that's the IP. So now we've got a tmux session with all our environment variables populated. And as usual, we will start with our recon. So let's open this guy up and find our template that was just created. And here we go. Let's start our recon. Quick ping scan, 4 ports revealed, 443, 22, 80. So we'll start setting that up here as we do further enumeration. TCP, 80, TCP, 22, TCP, and 43245 TCP. Bit of a random port there, so we're going to assume this is SSH, we're going to assume this is HTTP. We're going to assume this is HTTPS. If we grab the output from Nmap here, let's use the little hacky way that I'm doing this, but it's just the quickest and easiest for me. I'll copy all that and put it in here, and then put this guy back to a reasonable font size that we can all read. So let's have a quick look. OpenSSH, Debian, cool. So we kind of have an idea of the Linux distro. I might just drop the host key and everything else there just for clarity's sake. 443. We got some information from the TLS certificate, SSL certificate. So the common name and organization name, etc. is populated. We do see that we got an immediate redirect to business.htb. So if I do this, I will go add host IP and then business.htb. Yep. So we've now got DNS resolution. Beautiful. That's working well. 44380. We might drop the certificate itself. And then 43245 is TCP wrapped, so usually meaning it's firewalled. So let's have a look. I think we'll kind of clump 40, maybe they're two different websites. Let's have a look first. So let's go to the HTTP website first, business.htb. Okay, it seems that is an instant 302 or some sort of redirect. Let's just double check. Go to the HTTP website. Yeah, we get a 301 immediate redirect to HTTPS. So let's just quickly note that. And we'll kind of lump these two together. HTTP immediately 301 redirect to HTTPS. And because it's a self-signed certificate, we've got to do this and I got to accept it. And we end up with the website for Business Incorporated. So we'll have a quick look through this. Seems to be a fairly generic template type web page. Let's have a look. Yeah, operational excellence, fantastic. Discover more is a dead link. Phone number, okay. Info at business.htb, we'll definitely capture that, may be useful at some point. Let's have a look at the form. Oh, we'll have a look at the form code in a minute. Links are all just dead anchor links, they don't go anywhere. I'll just take you to the top of this page. Services, contact. So it looks like the only kind of thing that's on here is a contact form, and a newsletter form. So let's have a look at the source code and see if there's anything interesting here. Looks like fairly generic Bootstrap framework, HTML and CSS. If we have a look at the form, well, let's have a look at the JavaScript. So jQuery, Bootstrap, easing, whatever that is, probably something UI related. Superfish, probably UI UX. Waypoints, carousel, isotope. Yeah, I don't think they're custom JavaScript. I think these are just various libraries that have been incorporated into the build of this page. This looks like some basic stuff to, bring all those libraries together, like the animation, initiate Superfish on nav menu. What does that do? Something cool, no doubt. Not a web designer by any means. All right, and sets up the image carousel, etc. So, whoops, the last thing we want to do is just check the form tags. So let's have a look. Form action is none, method is post. It's got a couple of fields. Okay, so that's one form. Action being blank means it would post to itself. But I think this is not actually going to do anything. I don't think there's any script to handle or logic to handle the back end of when this form gets submitted. All right, so we've kind of had a look at that. I don't think those forms have got anything interesting. If we go back to our notes, casual browse of website has nothing interesting. Let's do directory and file enum. Let's do directory, file, and vhosts / DNS enum. So I'm going to start with the DNS, I think. So what I'll do is go into my somewhat organized notes, and then I will come up to the top here, and I've got an example of how I do this with FUF. Yeah, here we go, FUF. FUFF minus FS. So this is the file size to exclude. We'll kind of see that in a minute. We're going to do https://business.htb, and then we want to actually include a host header where we're going to fuzz the subdomain business.htb. Then we're going to use a word list, which will be user, where, word list, sec list, discovery, DNS, subdomains. Let's go with the top. Yeah, 20,000. Should be fast enough. So the one thing we'll have to do is find out what the response is. What have I done here? Oh, yeah. Helps if I spell FUF correctly. So let's exclude anything that has a size of 169. We're assuming if it's something different, then we should catch it. Business.htb. Yep, okay. So that'll just take a minute to run. Nothing on the vhost enumeration, so let's kind of put that to one side for now. Not to say that we may not need to revisit it later. Basic vhost enum and nothing. Used top 20k subdomain list. Now let's do directory. So for that, we're going to do FUF again. URL will be https business.htb/fuzz. Word list, we will then do user share word lists. I really need a better symlink for this. Sec lists, discovery, web content, and one that I've liked recently that I've just experimented with is just called big.txt. So we'll give that a go. Oh my god. And they're all 302. So, So we need to exclude the code 302, which is FC filter code. FC 302. Yeah, okay. Otherwise we'd have to scroll back through everything. Okay, so it's found a subdirectory called control, which is interesting. Let's have a look like what that is. Control. Ooh, okay. org.apache ofbiz web app control. Okay. Let's let this finish and see if there's anything else. But this kind of gives us a clue that we have Apache ofbiz installed. Now, I have roughly come across that by name. Java-based web framework including an entity engine, a service engine, and a widget-based UI allowing you to quickly prototype and develop stuff. ofbiz. Suite of business apps flexible to be used in across any industry, common architecture, CRM, ERP solution, modules for accounting, general ledger, receivable, payables, etc. CRM, order management, e-commerce, warehouse and inventory. Awesome. This looks really cool. I love Apache software projects, especially if they're being actively developed. They always tend to be, pretty close and on par to the, big commercial solutions that are out there. So, what do we get? I mean, this is a 500. Yeah. Let's reload. Control. Has 500 internal error in the title, but it's not an actual HTTP 500. ofbiz. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do, because I haven't really done anything with this before, is see if HackTricks has anything about ofbiz. ofbiz. No, it's just got the general Apache OPC. Oh, okay. It would be... Oh, that's YouTube. You know what that. It would be good to find out what kind of the latest release is. So 18, 12, 15 is the latest release. OFP Biz Archive. So going back all the way to 2011, we got 09. And most recent is 4.0. Okay. We strongly recommend... Wait, what is that? Apache OFbiz 4.0. Oh, that's 2010. Okay. So let's make some notes. Let's rerun this with a different word list just in case. Let's go a big list directory. Oops. Directory list big. 2.3 big. Okay, try that again. And we'll just let that hang around. So, OFbiz. First thing I'd like to do is actually fingerprint it and find out what version it is. So, if we're lucky, it's in the HTML source that has a reference to it. It's SVG graphics. Some stuff being drawn on the screen. Generator sketch 39.1. I'm assuming that's the component that they use. And So that's the SVG version. SVG, SVG, SVG. Any JavaScript that we could take a look at? No. Okay. Right. So we don't have a version yet. Still just that control directory. Nothing else found. So we might just let this finish. Because all we know at the moment is that we've got kind of a generic static HTML website that is both 80, consumes both 80 and 443. And then we've got that other random high order port, 43 something. And we know we have OFBiz. So let's have a look. OFBiz CVD. Oh, cool. So they've got their own list of known vulnerabilities. So there's some 2024s. But it doesn't quickly tell us that what type of vulnerability is. So maybe we can just have a look at the most 5 recent. Okay, I don't think that's actually announced yet. Improper limitation of path name to a restricted directory, path traversal. Okay. Path traversal is cool. So we'll hang on to that. Improper limitation of a path name. Yep. Path traversal. Path traversal, I should say. What else? I think these two are going to be the same. 18, 12, 14. 18, 12, 13. Yeah. So I think they're identical. Path traversal. So the different CVEs for different versions, basically. All right, let's have a look at some of the 2023s. Arbitrary file reading without authorization. Same URI can be operated to realize an SSRF attack. Okay. Pre-auth RCE. This is definitely one we're going to have a look at. Missing auth when using the Solar plugin. Well, that's conditional on using Solar plugin, which may or may not be there, so let's exclude it for now. But Birt project plugin to create data visualizations. It is possible to perform a remote code execution attack in OFBiz. Okay, so we definitely want to have a look at that. Sounds like that plugin BIRT is there by default. And the last one, which goes back to, okay, so we got this RC from 2023. Let's see if we can find some code. I don't think this is going to turn up anything particularly exciting. We might kill it off in a minute. Yeah, pre-auth RC, which affected OFBiz applications before 18.12.10 due to XML RPC's Java deserialization bug. You must download YSO serial all jar from here, okay, and DNS POC. Okay, so it does Python tree, exploit py. I'm guessing that's what you want to point it at. All right. And it looks like this will do a rev shell. Let's have a look. Requests sets an XML content type. Payload is subprocess check output ISO serial all.jar. So this might be used for the deserialization logic. Java binary v11, and payload looks like this. So params, serializable exploit completed. So there's two types of attack, an RCE exploit and a DNS exploit. And then it drops this RevShell one-liner. RC URL RevShell 1A. So that's this one here. RC arg. Okay. But where's the actual payload injected? Interesting. Okay. URL RevShell. Okay. So it's going to just run this RC function. Okay. So it looks like it takes the URL, the action, which is either RC or DNS. And the third argument is going to be the command that you want to run. All right, let's give this a try. Yeah, let's kill this. We're not getting anywhere with that. So, what's it called? OFBiz, right? BIZ is installed, bound /control subdir with a message about OFBiz, attempt an RCE CVE on OFBiz. And so we want to move downloads exploit.py to here. Exploit, move that exploit Python file into the subdirectory. And let's have a look. Vim exploit. Okay. All right. Let's just give it a try. Python 3 exploit.py. Okay. Target URL is https://business.h. Well, how does it construct the URL? Does it assume like a path after the domain? So let's see how it puts the URL together. Oh, I'm going to need this YSO serial.jar. Yeah, so web tools. Let's see if that path exists. Web tools. Yeah, it's already there. All right, something interesting. Make sure you're logged in. Try username admin OFBiz. So, like, what's the OFBiz URLs? Like, I want to know, like, we know control, we know web tools. Is it just going to be like OFBiz? Nope. web. Yeah, you see you got catalog, party manager. Party manager sounds cool. Installed applications product. Let's see if applications exists. Nope. So I think there's an installation directory that we haven't quite figured out, but yeah. So we do need to get, like it said, this YSO serial all jar. Oh, it's already downloaded. Nothing like running a bit of untrusted code. Brilliant. So MV downloads YSO. Then we'll just put that here. And let's give it a try. Exploit.py, HTTPS, business.hdb. I think it needed a trailing slash, RCE, and then shell, and then NCNVLP1237. So we get a listener running, and then it's going to be 10.10.14.25:1337, which is this format here. Let's go. Okay. Java binary v11. OpenJDK version. What? Open. Java version. Java version. So this is OpenJDK 23, which is just a little bit higher than OpenJDK 11. So is there a way to Debian specify Java version? I don't want to change it default. I just want to use it like I just want to provide a environment variable. Sudo update alternatives config Java. Userbin userlib jvm ls userlib jvm. And do we have 20? No, we don't have 11. We've got official Java 1.17 and 1.23. We've got OpenJDK 17 and 23. So we need to do, let's try this sudo update alternatives config Java. Yeah, so we're going to have to install JDK 11. Debian JDK open Java. Okay. Let's just rerun it to make sure we get the OpenJDK 11, right. OpenJDK 11. What's the package name? It's just going to be OpenJDK 11, isn't it? So, sudo apt install OpenJDK JDK-11. Cannot. Kali packages. Is this the one? Nope. Yeah, this is it. Let's just see. Open JDK. No. Java? JDK? These might be the Kali specific packages. Not the... So we're coming from Kali rolling. Open JDK 11. Yeah. What's this list? This is the... Oh. Specific to the derivative. JDK 11. Yeah. Imported into Kali rolling. Yeah, okay, so it was ported from the Debian. Maybe... That was in 2023. Kali rolling. Main contrib, yeah. Ay, ay, ay. So, Kali open JDK 11. What am I doing wrong here? Default JDK. Yeah, let's do that. Let's at cache search open JDK to see what's available. Okay. So it doesn't look like there's some big meta package for it. So let's do just the runtime. Sudo at install Jerry. And then headless, yep. Okay. Skip over that. And then let's try that update again. And we want to go to number 1. So Java version 11. Cool. All right, let's try this again. Now we have the right JDK. Not sure worked or not. Me neither. Okay, 0. Trace back through the code. Not sure worked or not. Okay, let's try. Let's try the RC and then just run ID. Not sure worked or not. Okay. Web tools definitely existed. Login. Admin OFBiz. No. Try username, admin and OFBiz. Admin, OFBiz. Account for the user login ID admin has been disabled since right now. Okay. Looks like the account has been disabled due to consecutive password failures, and it's essentially locked for the next 15 minutes. Okay. Fair enough, OFBiz, fair enough. So let's have a look. Some other POCs, how they do it. This repo also contains YSO serial released to generate serialized data. So it has a scanner mode. Exploit, X detection. This is quite recent, 5 months ago. Let's grab it. Git clone. Python 3 exploit.py. URL. It's going to be http:// bizness.hdb. .8443. So, OFBiz seems to be vulnerable. Sweet. Command ID. Check the result of the command. Nothing came out, dude. Nothing came out. Web tools. Let's just try this. Let's exploit py. Web tools, control, ping, blah, blah, blah. Let's just use the base URL. Pong. Okay, so we get a Pong. If Pong in response text seems to be vulnerable. Let's do vim. So generate encoded payload. So what do? We run So it looks for this YSO serial jar. let's uncomment some of this debug. Subprocess run cmd. Okay, so that gets called into the function. Shell true blah blah blah. Base 64 encodes it. URL encoded output. This looks pretty similar to the other ones. There's the base URL, sets the header, sets the XML body text, including the encoded output. Does a post. And 200. Else failed to send. Okay. Okay. So the command is java -jar. All these kind of options along the way. YSO serial all jar common bean utils args.cmd. So that's serializing the actual command that you want to run. And yeah, okay. I mean, this is all pretty logical. Okay. ls. What are we missing here? All right. Someone on Reddit who's having the same issue. Yeah, it's kind of like what we're seeing. I've tried with HTTPS and still the same thing. Still the same. Still the same. Wow, this guy's very persistent. Okay. No, we're definitely not dropping any inbound traffic. Okay. Let's try this. So we still got our listener running, 1337. And 1010. 1425 1337. One. Nope. Nothing. Oh man. Oy. What a noob mistake. I was using HTTP instead of HTTPS. Ugh. So does it actually capture any like STD out? If I just do ls, yeah, you see it was never gonna return the output. It runs silently on the other side. Right. let's get a better shell going. And I'm really excited because this has been a big problem for me in the past. And I think I've figured it out. So let's see if it actually works. Bin, bash, close. Nice. Okay. Then we're going to enter bash. We're going to do stty raw minus echo. Then we're going to go back into the foreground. Eh? Oh, okay. I need to run the listener in bash first. So let's just get out of that. And let's create a new shell. Enter bash. And nc nvlp1337. 0. Oh, 0. Try reconnecting. 1. Okay. Python 3 minus c import pty pty.spawn. Jesus. Bin bash close. Nice. Control Z. stty raw echo foreground. Skip the reset. Export shell equals bash. Export term equals xterm 256 color stty minus raw echo. Yeah. So I do cd doc. Yes, look, that autocomplete. Brilliant. I think we got a fully functional TTY now. Let's not screw it up. So foothold is obtained footholds as ID. OFBiz user. OFBiz via which is CV 2023. Oh, it's actually 2. So let's make a note of that. Very cool. All right. So we are, let's just do some basic enum. Capture all this. Oops. OFBiz operator. Sudo -L. No, we don't have a password because we were reverse shell. We don't have the actual credentials. Okay. So etc password sh. So root sshd and OFBiz. Interactive users root sshd OFBiz. So we dropped into bot OFBiz, but we do have a home directory, and that's where the flag is. Beautiful. Let's pop that in. Wonderful. Anything else interesting in here? Java. User prefs. User blah blah blah. Okay. is all build related. Roadhouse, Ruby, cat prefs, tools, cat prefs, nothing, cat prefs, no, nothing. What else? Cradle. Never want to go poking around in here. What the hell? Okay, that's just the binaries. Well, let's go back into the application directory. Security.md. Let's read the friendly manual, shall we? What is OSP's have to say about hardening security? Okay, well that's what we're looking at before. That's the general Apache Foundation. Documentation. Password. Securing user password. Okay, set strong password policy. Okay. Testing scope. Install OFBiz with MariaDB. Production setup guide. Seed data, basically to bootstrap. Default password for the admin is OFBiz, flex admin, demo. Let's try those. Flex admin OFBiz. Nope. And what was it? Demo admin. OFBiz. Okay, so I want to try and extract the admin password because it's been changed by default, right? TUNLP, I can remember that. TUNLP. Correct. Listen. So 4438022, that's what we expected. Locally, we've got 8443 and 105.23, 8009, and 8080, which is all Java. Okay. Where is like the basic config? Framework security config. Framework security config. security.properties. Password length. Pattern. That's the policy, password policy stuff. Max failed logins. We already hit that. Force user to reset. Okay, that's good to know. Should be encrypted password, yes. SHA. 1000 iterations. Let's definitely grab that. And let's do, what else? Config. Check style. I don't think this is anything useful. Sun coding standards. Aye. Rep -r -i. Password dot. Ooh. Too much. We see some hashes there. Okay. What else? Entity config framework. Entity config less. Oh, still a bit screwy. I gotta set the rows and columns for my TTY. Just trying to find out where the credentials might be stored. But this is all just so verbose. Okay. Data source, local HSQL. JDBC, runtime data, username, password. What? Okay. OFBiz credential store. Don't think we're using LDAP. Have a look. Ooh. Load admin user login. Okay. I mean, we could run P's on this. But I mean, it is I don't know. OFBiz dump hash. Oh, here we go. Reverse engineer of the Java used to create the string in the first place. Yeah, but where do I get the hash? We don't want to look at it right up. I mean, we could script for that if it's in plain text, like on a flat file somewhere. Oh my god. Okay, that's the actual class for doing for assembling the hash. Demo data. Security.properties we looked at. Docker entry point. Is there cannot see like a Maria or MySQL or anything like that running. So I'm sure it's using like some kind of internal data store. Here we go. Here we don't go. Demo and seed passwords are stored. Security settings. you want to use LDAP, use that. Okay, let's just open this file again. Framework security config. Framework security config security.properties. I think I'm actually missing out on some text here. Denied file extensions. But where is the data store? SSO disabled. So false. LDAP false. Password encrypt true. And that's the top of the file. Jeez, what is going on here? The Tomcat that handles the authentication. Security admin. Login level, component, screen. Yeah, that's more about defining rules, etc. And get rid of the default logins. Where does OFBiz store credentials? Maybe I'm chasing a... I'm going down a bit of a rabbit hole here, potentially. But the fact that the admin user has been changed makes me a little bit suspicious. So OFBiz password location. I don't know. It sounds like we could this gives us a bit of a guide for creating OFBiz containers. Ooh, okay. Framework-based config containers. Framework-based config. And no OFBiz containers. Object. Ramon Trustor. Something encrypted. Base config. Passwords.properties. Derby OFBiz. I saw that Derby mentioned before. What the hell is that? OFBiz Derby. Apache Derby database. IJ tool. Runtime data Derby. OFBiz. Do not touch files. So I think this is the database essentially. Derby database CLI. Oh, okay. It's not going to be a standalone binary. Ay, ay, ay. Ops. Ops OF Biz. Name, start. Named minus name. Star, IJ, star. Maybe if I add a new admin user. Oh man. Build.xml. Okay. We just don't have password to switch to root. Is dump password. Okay. Okay, so here's an example of how to insert data. Scripts. Start DB. Oh, this is Postgres. Entity config cat framework entity config entity engine. Yes. Local advantage. Top. Local HSQL, which is Derby, I believe. So it's using JDBC. No, HSQL and Derby are different. Oh boy, it might be time for a hint. These just all look like defaults. Okay, let's have a few hints, shall we? 3. 4. Apache OFBiz. What version? It was 1812. 18.12. It is this one, I believe. I believe it's that. Might be the other one. Nope. OFBiz is the user. Oh, we didn't even grab the flag. User.txt. Oh no, we did. Full path is opt OFBiz. Sha. What database is used by Apache OFBiz by default? I can't tell. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not AS400. So what we should do is grab some of these data source names, like local derby, and go into framework, rep -r, local derby. Hint. Oh. Cat entity config. I think it'd be at the top, right? Okay, so this defines like all the data source types. Need to define a name for each component to use, defining tenant, seed, demo, okay. Data reader, tenant seed, okay. Field type, okay. Yeah, local HSQL. Okay, CLI. Do we have this jar file? Anyway. One, two, three, four, five, six, space. 1, 2, 3, 5. Name, local derby, JDBC driver. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. 8443. These are all the same process. That's the one that's filtered externally. Okay, 43245. Yep, minus opt. Three. No, that's a web interface. Oh, 523. Jesus. 10523. Fuzzed. Admin port. SVG data. Ah. Yeah, it's Catalina. Different data. Okay, I think we're gonna go back to the docs. OSCP's default database. OSCP's default database. Embedded Java database called Derby. This used to be called Cloudscape. Okay, thanks. Database. Group map. Looking for group map. Yeah. Local derby. Default. So I believe this is what maps the application to the data source. But how does that match here? It doesn't. Local derby. Okay. HDB business. Easy level machine, but can be frustrating for new users. Kicked off auto recon. Great. Okay. Added Etsy hosts. Busted. Okay. Yep. We use that same one for the foothold. Yep. We got a good understanding of how the exploit works. Okay. So it's just reading it straight out of the Derby binary files, right? That's still, for me, I can't figure out what the 6 space 5-letter name for Derby is. Oh, it's Apache Derby. Oh my god. They're in ops, OFBiz, runtime, data. Derby. Derby tools. Derby. There is no door. There is no Derby tools. Great. But where is... Derby tools download. I'm assuming I have to download this Derby tools. Oh boy. Hmm. Okay. It's pretty painful, I say. Here we go. Oops. Only one, huh? Strings. Strings. C66. 5. 0. Okay. Is that the same? That's the same. Two hex. From this is actually really good. from base 64. Two hex. Everything after that. No delimiter. And then we're going to go back here. No hash mode matches the structure of the input hash mode. I'm just going to cheat. And it's salted. Okay. D. Still won't detect it. SHA-1 and salt. VM hashes 7, 3, 4, 6. What? Slightly different. Nice. Add the D for salted. No hashes loaded. Token length exception. Why can I not get this to work? M120. B8FD 362. Yeah, it's fucking different. Z, A to Z, 0 to 9 underscore M here dot. Changed it again. 362. D. Now it recognizes it. So Shah. There it is. Monkey business. So we go back to here. Sudo issue root. There it is. All right. That was a little bit convoluted. I think we did pretty well on gaining the initial foothold, but just stumbled trying to find where the actual OF biz users were being stored. Yeah, a little bit tricky, and then, you know, just in the interest of time, decided to jump into the guide. I could have messed around trying to get, like, the recommendation here in the guide was to use the IJ command utility. I couldn't see where that existed on the box, and I was struggling to find like a package that I could just easily download, like a jar file that could be used, and then connect to it and query it that way, which would have been a little bit more cleaner than just, you know, grepping through binary files for the flat file database Apache Derby, which I've never heard of before. But there it is. Got through it eventually with the help of a few different things. So hats off and very much thanks to the guy who wrote the exploit code, and this guy, Software Sinner, who wrote the write-up for this. Yeah, I feel I could have got there in the end. It probably would have taken another hour or two without referring to some of this material. But I just wanted to actually get this box over and done with because it's quite late. And I need to be up early in the morning. So with that, I'll say goodbye. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. If you stuck around to the end of this video, thank you very much. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or nighttime, whatever time it is for you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.